All right, today we are diving into the absolutely incredible world of digital twins. These are perfect virtual copies of real-world objects, but we're going to go a step further and look at the powerhouse tech duo that's keeping them and all their sensitive data completely safe. Okay, let's get into it.
Just let that sink in for a second. We're creating these stunningly accurate virtual models for everything, from predicting when an aircraft needs maintenance to personalizing medicine. The potential is, well, it's massive, but so is the risk. A single breach could have absolutely catastrophic consequences in the real world.
So, what exactly is a digital twin? Well, it's not just some static 3D model. Think of it as a living, breathing digital replica. It has this dynamic two-way connection to the real thing. Data is constantly flowing from sensors on, say, a physical engine to its digital counterpart, making sure the virtual model is always a perfect mirror of what's happening in reality. And that brings us to the core problem, right? The dilemma? These twins are fueled by a constant stream of data, and a lot of the time, that's super sensitive, proprietary, or deeply personal information. So protecting it from being stolen, misused, or changed isn't just a feature, it's the absolute foundation of trust for this entire technology. So, how do we solve this puzzle? Here's our game plan. First, we'll dig into the problem. Then, we'll introduce our two heroes, blockchain and federated learning. We'll see how they form this incredible alliance, see how it works in the real world, and then finally, we'll look at the future they're helping to build. Let's meet our first guardian, blockchain. Its main mission is all about data integrity. You can think of it as the guardian of trust, making sure every single piece of data related to a digital twin is authentic, traceable, and totally tamper-proof. At its heart, a blockchain is basically a super secure digital record book. But here's the key difference. Unlike a normal database, it's decentralized, meaning it's shared across tons of computers. This makes it incredibly hard to cheat because you'd have to alter the record on every single computer at the same time. It creates a history you can actually verify and trust. And this is where blockchain's power really shines for digital twins. First, immutability. That means a jet engine's maintenance history is locked in forever, ensuring safety no matter who owns it. Then you have smart contracts. They're like automated security guards, only letting authorized people in. And in manufacturing, blockchain creates a bulletproof record of a product's journey, making it almost impossible for fakes to get through.
Now for our second guardian, federated learning. So if blockchain protects the history of the data, federated learning protects the process of learning from it. And it does all this while keeping the raw data completely private.
You know, this is a total game changer for AI. Instead of collecting all the sensitive data in one central place to train a model, which is a huge privacy nightmare, federated learning flips the script. It sends the AI model out to where the data lives. The learning happens locally, right at the source. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. The old way created this giant, tempting target for hackers, all the valuable data in one spot. The new way keeps data spread out and safe. The central server never even sees the raw, sensitive information. It only gets back the anonymous lessons learned from it. Let's walk through it. Imagine a bunch of hospitals want to build a better cancer-detecting AI. A central model is sent out to each hospital. It trains locally on their private patient scans. Then, and this is the magic part, only the mathematical improvements, the updates, are sent back. These updates are all combined to create a much smarter global model that helps every hospital, all without a single private patient scan ever leaving its original secure server. So we have a guardian for trust and a guardian for privacy, but their real power, that's unleashed when they work together. This is the ultimate tech alliance for keeping digital twins safe. The key thing to get here is that they solve different problems. Blockchain makes sure the data itself is trustworthy and controls who gets to see it. It's the secure foundation. Federated learning then lets people collaborate and run smart analysis on top of that foundation, all without giving up privacy. They don't overlap. They complement each other perfectly. Okay, this is where the theory hits the road. Let's see how this incredible team-up is actually being used to protect digital twins in some of the most important industries out there. First up, healthcare. When you're creating digital copies of patients and handling their most personal medical data, well, the stakes just couldn't be any higher. So here's how it plays out. Blockchain creates this encrypted, unchangeable history of a patient's health records. Smart contracts then automate patient consent, putting them in control. Then, on top of that secure foundation, Federated learning lets all those different hospitals team up to train amazing diagnostic AIs, all without ever sharing the private patient data itself. And this is exactly why it's so critical. You have strict data privacy laws like HIPAA. Breaking them isn't an option. So this tech alliance isn't just about good security. It's about making innovation possible while following the law to the letter. Okay, now let's shift gears from the hospital to the hangar bay. In the world of military and aviation, data security isn't just a best practice, it is a matter of national security. In this world, blockchain gives you that unchangeable logbook. Every flight, every repair, every mission, it's all recorded in a way nobody can secretly change. And at the same time, federated learning lets different allied groups build a shared intelligence model to detect threats, all without having to reveal their own classified tactical secrets to one another. And for our last stop, let's head to the smart factory floor, where efficiency, quality, and of course, trade secrets are everything. In a factory, blockchain can verify that the data coming from sensors on a machine is real and hasn't been faked. It also creates that transparent supply chain we talked about. Then, federated learning allows something amazing to happen. Even competing companies can collaborate. They can all help improve a shared AI model that predicts when machines will fail, making everyone more efficient, but nobody has to reveal their own secret production data. So, what does this all add up to? Well, this whole alliance points to a future where we can finally break free from the old, vulnerable way of just dumping all our critical data into one central basket. And that is the biggest takeaway here. This alliance gives us the best of both worlds: powerful, collaborative intelligence and ironclad security and privacy. It lets us build a new generation of digital twins that aren't just powerful, but are fundamentally trustworthy, resilient, and secure by their very design. And that leaves us with one last big thought. This combination of blockchain and federated learning is solving a massive challenge for us right now. But as our physical and digital worlds keep merging, what's the next great tech alliance we're going to need? What other technologies will have to join forces to keep our future safe and secure? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.